Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Legacy Red Ranger helmet. I'm going to forego going over the box as I usually do in my reviews because it's honestly as big as my review station and it would just be awkwardly trying to not hit the camera and hit the microphone for a minute and a half. But it's basically what you're used to. They use the same template as the old toys for the design of the box, but it's kind of different because we never had a release of a helmet back then. And you know, so it just has pictures of the helmet, a couple stock photos of Jason, a little bio for Jason, and a little, you know, MMPR story. So you're not missing anything. And if you're watching this review, chances are you've seen the box either in pictures or in person. So anyway, for what you get with this is you obviously get the helmet. Legacy Red Ranger helmet not included. That would be weird. And then you get this neat little stand, which is really basic. I'll lift it off in a minute so you can see, but it's so you can put it on display, obviously, which works out really nicely. Look, there's my hand. You can see my hand and my light. But it's just like black plastic, and right here it just says Mighty Morphin Red Ranger in gold. So I like that it just says that. So even though it has the bio for Jason, like if you happen to be a Rocky fan, it doesn't say like Jason, like all the boxes will say for the old figures. I don't know why I did that voice. And then the most important piece of this entire purchase is your lunch lady hat, I guess you'd call it. So you put this on when you put the helmet on to protect your head, I guess, and it's honestly the funniest thing. And I'm going to be switching over to third-person vlog mode in a few minutes just to show what it looks like on, and so that will be a thing. But anyway, so this helmet, look-wise, is great. You can just see by looking at it that it looks good. It's very accurate. It's 1-to-1 scale. Honestly, it looks very professional. I think they did a really good job on it. The details on the helmet are very basic, and by that I don't mean that they did a bad job on it, but I mean that it's not an intricate helmet, so it was very easy to do, but I just think it looks very good. The red looks nice. It's not quite as glossy maybe as like the shows can be or like props one can be, but they do manage to achieve it a little bit. They do have a nice glossiness here on the eyes. The helmet is nicely reflective, or the visor, you know, and you can't see through it or anything. There's little slats right here, which look-wise is kind of bothersome, but it's kind of preventing because it honestly gets kind of hot in there. I was, you know, trying it on earlier and I was taking a few pictures for fun and it just gets warm. And then you have the creepy mouth right here. That's really weird. I felt really weird doing that. Shh. That was even weirder, I'm sorry. But it's like nice and silver. It's not like overly metallic, but it's got a nice shine to it. You have the little clips over here, which very much remind me of all the scenes in the command center when they take off their helmets with their little clips. This is like pulling the review station apart. Not really, it's just pulling the cloth. But yeah, let me just kind of pick it up off of it, and then you can see the crumpled review station. But you can see the headstand, I guess that's right, actually. There's the stand, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just a long pole that goes up, and then this supports the helmet, so nothing too major. But I'm just gonna kind of set it aside so we can look at the helmet. But yeah, there's not much to like zoom over. There's the clips, as you can see, and the back's all just red. But it looks very, very nice. I'm really pleased with how it looks, for sure. But something of note, it's very light. Like when I got the box, like the straight up Amazon box, before I even opened the box of this, it was very light. I was like really surprised, and in general it's very light, which is nice, but I have to say, it makes it feel kind of cheap, and it's kind of hard to, it's one of those situations where when I'm talking about it, I'm kind of in an argument with myself, because on one hand, this is a really great affordable option for wanting a helmet compared to like buying a custom from somebody, and it looks just as good as a lot of them for sure, but you definitely don't have that same quality feel you might have from buying from certain people or like the actual prop, and I get that for the price. But also, for the price, which is $100, I feel that it shouldn't feel as cheap as it does, if that makes any sense. And I just feel that the prices should be adjusted. Like, I don't know all the logistics of what everything costs, but I'm pretty sure that they could be charging less and still making money. So I feel that probably around $70 would feel right for this. Like, I don't regret buying it, but I don't feel it was worth the $100. It's kind of like the opposite of the Legacy Megazord in a way, whereas Legacy Ninja Megazord, excuse me, because they came out like roughly around the same time. With that, I definitely still feel it could be cheaper, but I don't regret spending the full price on it because it did feel like a good quality product Whereas this definitely is quality, but it's not $100 quality, if that makes any sense. So I basically argued with myself. So anyway, just a quick overview of like opening it up, and then I'll switch and put it on and stuff, and then do final verdict-y stuff. So you just press these open, and then you kind of pry it open, which is kind of a pain to do, like that, but it just opens up like that. There's a little strap in here. This is obviously where your head's gonna go, and the strap's kind of like the head version of the morpher bands, and you're just gonna loop it through down here and then snap it according to your head size. There's the visor, you can see what it looks like inside, and then you would put the little hat on and all that stuff. And then one thing that's kind of a pain, which I'll probably mention again, well, I'm going to mention it now because I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me when I get it on, but is just clipping it back on when it's on your head. Like, because you can't use two hands as well, it's just kind of a pain. But so yeah, so let me just quickly switch over to just taking a look at what it looks like on me for fun. This is for real the best part of the helmet, getting to look like a lunch lady. Lunch lady serving spoon not included. Okay, here it is on. I don't know how well you can hear me because right now my voice is coming back at me. If you can't hear me, I'll just put incoherent rambling underneath the thing. But yes, if you were wondering, you can put a hoodie on with it. Classic under the red hood shenanigans. So yeah, it looks very good, looks really cool, looks even cooler with the hoodie. So, cool beans and stuff. I still don't know if you can hear me. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this review. Overall, I am pleased with this. I think it's really fun to actually have a wearable, very accurate helmet, which is nice for a reasonable price compared to the normal high prices for like customs, and I think it makes an absolutely great display piece, and I certainly would love to see more of these. Like, I'm sure they'll stick with MMPR for a bit, but I wouldn't be mad at green or white or blacks or any of them really, and then I would hope that we would move past MMPR if we continue this. But what I'm saying is I think these are good. For sure. I'm pleased with the way it looks, but I still think even though it is an affordable price compared to normal, it shouldn't be quite so much for how cheap it feels. And like I said, I don't mean that it feels like really cheap, like it's gonna break, but it just doesn't feel like this is a $100 product. If that makes any sense, again, I just argued with myself twice, but I hope it was of some help. But anyway, until next time, make sure to check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.